Consistently imperfect beats perfection any day. Okay, ladies, I am back today recording hands-free in my car, driving to a Starbucks to do some work after the kids got on the bus. I want to talk about consistently imperfect. This is actually something, we're headed into November, and we have 2 months left of this decade of 2019, headed into 2020. And I've been looking back in my journals and in my planner and thinking about, like, what have I accomplished this year? And not, the big material items of what I've accomplished, but the mindsets, the belief changes. And I remember in January talking about, and I don't know if it was this January or the January before, but I do know that this year in January, we were living with my mom because we did a renovation on our home and she moved in with us. And that was a very interesting time because we were taking a big, risky leap. And in order to maintain my sanity, living with my mother in tiny quarters, and all 3 kids there, and one of our 2 dogs were there, I knew that I needed to up my game. And I kind of became determined to be consistently imperfect with my eating and my workouts. And I had to work through a lot of mental blocks, and some days I still do. We all have them. They're always going to be there. It's part of the human experience. But the weird thing was, now I'm in a place where before I could see that I was trying to control or hang on to, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Like, where can I improve? What should I do? And so today I was on my Peloton, and I just got a Peloton. If you don't know what that is, it's one of those bikes. You can just look it up. Peloton. I think it's like onepeloton.com, or I know that's their Instagram handle. It's just an indoor cycling bike, but there's like this online community. And I used to do Beachbody, and sometimes I still do. I also work out at a gym. But I wanted to try cycling and cardio because I don't really do a lot of that. And it's a weak spot for me. So I thought I'm just going to show up consistently and, imperfect. So I was on my bike this morning, and I'm listening to the instructor, and it was only a 20-minute ride. And he says something about, like, okay, let's, jack up the resistance, like move the resistance up and do this and do that and do this. And oftentimes you'll hear the instructor say, trust yourself. You know what you need to do. You know what your body needs. So listen to your body. If you want to push yourself harder, push yourself harder. And I was reflecting on that, considering where I was 12 months ago. And this all or nothing mentality that I've really been working through. I think it's the side effect or the shadow side of being an ambitious go-getter. You really have to pay attention to your hustle. You really have to pay attention to why you are pushing so much. And so now my philosophy is to move through the shitty parts, but not to kill myself. That's the whole point of life is, yes, we can challenge ourselves. And yes, you always have way more in the tank. You always have way more reserves. But we shouldn't be using those reserves on a daily basis. We really shouldn't. So I was on my bike this morning, and I was just pedaling, and I'm like, I'm not going to be all in. Like, I'm not giving it my all today. I'm just going to go with the flow. And if he says 80 resistance and I'm doing 60 resistance, that is good enough. Why is that good enough? That's good enough because I showed up. I got up, I got on my bike, and I did the work. It was 20 minutes of effort. And you don't need to kill yourself to do this. But ladies, this isn't just on a 20-minute Peloton ride. This is in parenting. This is in your work. This is in your relationships. And what I see so many women, including myself, I used to do this all the time, I'm in recovery, is giver. Go, 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 go. Do, 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 do. And then you're sitting there going, who am I? I'm depleted. I'm depleted. And just like anything in life, we have seasons, we have cycles, and some of those cycles, it's time to bloom and blossom. And some of those cycles, it's time to hibernate and get quiet. And we are nature. And so we have to pay attention and have bulletproof boundaries. We have to pay attention and have bulletproof boundaries. And yesterday was my grandmother's funeral. And that was hard on me. And I can't pretend that one day you go to a funeral and the next day you just jump back in the saddle. And maybe you don't have that option. Maybe you can't get additional days off of work. But you do have a responsibility to yourself. You do have a responsibility to say no if it's not serving you. You do have a choice to say no thank you. I'm leaving work today at my scheduled time, which is 4 p.m. or whatever that is for you. No, honey, I'm not driving you to the mall. I've driven you to the mall 2 times this week. No, honey, I'm not buying you that. You have the ability to say no, thank you. So make your plan. Make your plan. And be consistently imperfect with it. Because you're going to look back a year from now and go, crap, I showed up 10 minutes a day. Look how much work I did. Rather than not showing up at all because you wanted it to be perfect. And remember, this isn't just in your food and a workout or a meditation or journaling or parenting. This is in every aspect of your life. Every ounce of who you are. Just show up consistently. All right, ladies. And if you want additional help with this in your parenting, just a gentle reminder that the doors are now open for the Understanding Your Child's Behavior mini course. So head on over to momisincontrol.com/sign up and learn more. Talk soon.